guy is hilarious. You are going to love his stuff. Start clapping now for Ryan Cox.
I just had a birthday. I just turned 39 years old, and yeah, 39. It's not old, but it's old enough. Clap if you're older than 39. How's that working out? Is it good? All right. See, I've noticed like a kid on a scooter has the world in his hands, but a grown man on that same scooter has a DUI. So I just want to stay 39. You know, it's like it's right in the middle. It's right in the middle between the arrogance of youth and a cell phone holster. I hit a little close to home with this crowd. That's more of a 9:30 crowd joke, I think. Like I wear a mouth guard now. That's something new. Like in the last few years, like I've lived long enough. Who wears a mouth guard? Yeah, it's like you've lived long enough to where when you lay down to rest at night, you just grind like. So, my wife and I, we both wear mouth guards at this point. We're just like, screw it, you know, like it's that's hot. That's hot. Like when you climax at the same time and you're both still wearing your mouth guards. It's hot. So I've lived in Asheville for 15 years. It's kind of a weird town. Like people will tell you what they do for a living here and you'll be like, there's no way that earns money. A gluten-free graphic design firm. Like, what does your wife do? Oh, she's a brain surgeon, but you know, eventually my Kale Shoe Company, a lot of breweries too, like it's you know, which is great. You know, we need more breweries, obviously, and like somebody got mad at me for drinking a PBR. I was like, dude, you got to support local, man. Why would you pay $3 for a PBR when you could pay $7 for a tiny local chocolate cayenne stout that tastes like shit? It's like I never thought about it that way, you know. But we do have one of the last Kmart's in West Asheville. You been there recently? Kmart. There used to be thousands from coast to coast. And now there's 8. There's 8 Kmart's left. There's 8 Kmart's left. And we've got one. They're endangered, guys. You got to go to Kmart. You don't have a lot of time to go to Kmart. You should go right after the show. There's plenty of parking. It's a great place to go if you just want to be alone. Every time I go in Kmart, I'm like, did an apocalypse just happen? Like, you got to go to Kmart. Going to Kmart, shopping at Kmart is an act of public service. It's basically like you're giving money to a homeless person. You know, you're like, I hope Kmart makes good choices with this money. But it's probably not going to happen. Let's get some clean needles for Kmart, guys. Come on. Thank you for being here. Thanks for coming to the comedy. It's nice when there's people at a comedy show. It's hard when nobody comes, you know? It's weird. Like I did a comedy show last fall and like no one was there, so it wasn't going well. But in the dark, in the far corners of the bar, NPR was there, our local 88.1. They were there. They recorded my set. They put it on the radio as an example of bombing. They played it during rush hour for a week. Like, it was the most exposure I've ever gotten. They played me bombing, and the host was like, comedy in Western North Carolina is apparently very difficult. As you can see, and like everybody at work heard it. It was like the one time that people in the halls were coming up to me like, dude, I heard you on the radio. You suck, man. Fucking NPR. So I became a Republican. Just to get even. I have children. 2 kids. Thank you for not clapping. That's not what I'm not pandering, like, because you don't know if I'm a good dad, you know? I'm a comedian, so I'm probably not, but like one time I saw a comedian and he said into a microphone, he said, I have 7 kids, and it was like a standing ovation, like, yay, he's a hero. Because he had 7 kids? Like, my grandkids aren't going to have drinking water because he had 7 kids. 7's too many. I feel like a lot of you are like one of 7 right now. And you know it's true. It's a little... No, it's fun having kids. Like, I have like a gifted kid. You know, my daughter is real smart. And you remember the gifted program in school? When they're like, yeah, like it's Thursday. The 3 smart kids, come with us. We know who they are. We know who the 3 are. The rest of you kids just grab a bag of mulch, do whatever it is you're gonna do. Doesn't matter. I was always like, I thought I was gifted. They're like, you're not gifted. But my mom says, your mom's not gifted either, okay? Get to mulching. So... my daughter is like, she was very literate very early on. Like in the first weeks of kindergarten, she could write really well. And there was this other kid in the class named Brad who was like, he was an asshole. Just because you're 5 doesn't mean you're exempt. So he was biting everybody in the class. So my daughter, she wrote this note. She wrote, Brad is the bad, bad boy, period. Brad is the bad one, period. A little redundant, but she made her point. She writes the note. She puts it in Brad's backpack. Nobody sees it. She just zips it up. Like, Brad takes the backpack home. He unzips it. He takes out the note. Brad can't read. He can't. Brad's mom can read. It turns out she grabs the note. Brad is the bad, bad boy. Brad is the bad one. Some of the letters are backwards and psychotic. She's just like, she takes a picture of it. She calls up the school. We get called up. We have a meeting about this note. And my daughter's like, how did I get caught? And we're like, sweetie, you're the only kid in the class that can fucking write. Thank you.